The Word of God advises not to despise the day of small things, not to despise small beginnings. Yes, it is common in the beginning of a new year people to plan for things they want to reach in the following year. They dream high. I want to lose at least 10 kilos. I want to learn a new language or an extra income to start my own business. Anyway, they keep making plans and plans and plans. And you know how this story ends. Usually, it ends on the 2nd of January. It ends on the 2nd of January. Already drowning in old habits. I'm sorry, I did this before. It's not only you, all of us, who has never started a year filled with plans, but later the plans were dead on day 2. But why does this happen? Because usually we start wrong, we want to start big. We want to start big changes all at once. And it is true that we must make a big and radical change in our lives. But most big changes start small. Most big things started small. And this is from the birth of a human who is born as a baby and later grows up. The trees, the whole nature indicates this. The beginning of everything, it is something small, and that starts to grow and develop. And the Word of God teaches us not to despise the day of small things, not to despise small beginnings. Here is the mistake. We plan big, we dream big, and we cannot realize them because we don't know where to start. Then the old habits come back and all goes on as before. But the Word of God tells us to dare to start small. I don't know which area of your life you want to change, but you can start a big change with a small decision, a small detail. I'll just give you a few examples. If you are the kind of person who every morning are frantic, you take your breakfast in a hurry, you run to the bus stop, you run to get to work, and you always get there 1-2 minutes late. What would happen if we started a small change from tomorrow morning, waking up 10 minutes earlier? Just 10 minutes. You can. 10 minutes won't make a big change. You agree that it won't make a big difference in your day. But 10 minutes earlier can really change your morning. And if it changes your morning, it changes the whole day. 10 minutes. It is a small change, but it is a good beginning that you can apply in your life. For example, you have a marriage that is kind of cold, and many things must change in your marriage. But what if you, husband, or you, wife, because at times the wife is waiting for the husband and doesn't take the initiative. Usually it's the husband, but if he doesn't, let the wife be the one taking the initiative. What is the small change? What if you made sure that every time you're leaving the house or arriving in the house, you would kiss your spouse every day? Every time. Listen, I'm going to work. Then you kiss them. I arrived. Then you kiss them. Is it a lot? Is it a lot? No, it isn't. But this proximity, this small gesture, I'm leaving, I'm going to the supermarket, then you kiss them. You make sure with this small gesture to show to your spouse, listen, I see you. I feel like I have to leave, however, I will go thinking about you. Small gestures. I'm arriving now, so I will kiss you. The first person I look for is you, is to kiss you, which means I was thinking about you the whole day. I was counting the minutes to see you today. This is all said through a kiss, a small gesture. From then, of course, there are many other things you must change in your marriage. If there are problems happening, however, this will excite you to make bigger changes until the marriage changes with a small gesture. And if you, who are feeling as if life was slipping through your fingers, year after year, you're not growing, you are not prospering, your mind doesn't change, at work you see others arriving after you and start getting ahead of you, you see others growing, but you don't. What if you made a small adjustment? Instead of scrolling through the infinite screen of your social media every day, every time you go to the toilet or in the train, whenever you have nothing to do, or maybe you do have, but that practice, that activity is more comfortable, more pleasant. What if you started changing this screen time on a social media to an edifying reading, an useful reading, something that will teach you more, that will help you get closer to God, that will make you improve as a professional or as a person? What if you did that? Are the same 5 or 10 minutes, you don't need to spend hours reading a book. On the same screen you use just to scroll through social media, you can be reading something useful. It is a small change, am I right? But if you do it daily, what will happen in the end of a week, a month, or a year? What do you think will happen to your head if you are ingesting only good things, positive and edifying content for your life? It is a small change, a small beginning, am I right? But it can generate very considerable changes. And I have been teaching people to start their day reading the Bible, reading the Word. The first word of the day, even if it's just a verse, the first information of the day, it is not a notification on WhatsApp, a social media, a song, a video. It is the Word of God from the Bible. Word from the Bible, not a text about the Bible. It's not someone speaking about the Bible, an online preacher. No, it is the Word of God, you and God. Start the day reading the Bible. The first words that come out of your mouth be to God, speak to God. A small adjustment, a small change, but you have no idea of the repercussions, the positive ones that will happen not only throughout that day, but throughout the weeks and years when you learn to put God first of your day and of everything. This is tithe too. The concept of tithe goes beyond money. Tithe means God ahead, God first in everything. The first fruits of your day, you put God first. Try it. Make a small change towards the direction of the big change you want. A small change, only a small one. And don't despise it. If you would tell someone what you decided to do, which I don't advise you to do it until you see the result, if you are to tell someone, oh, I decided to do this, people laugh at you. They will laugh. What do you think you achieve with it? You are a fool. People will laugh at you. Don't worry. First, don't tell them. Do it. After the result, then you tell them how you changed. When people start to notice how you are changing and improving, and then you start giving them tips. You tell them, listen, this is what I did. It might sound small, but the result is big. Start doing it. Try it. Small changes can generate big results. Big changes usually start small. You have to decide to do it. And when you start to understand it, the power of starting small, then you understand that it's not that hard to change. It's not that hard. Time will pass regardless. You will do something regardless, so you can do something positive. You will be just a little effort. Maybe even some discomfort, but it is so small that you may say, I can bear it. And if you keep up with it, you will see the result in the future. So the word gives us the tip. And I will conclude with this verse from Job 8, verse 7. Though your beginning was small, yet your latter end would increase abundantly. Are you ready to increase abundantly? Then start small and don't despise the day of small beginnings.